The following story is meant for mature audiences. Discretion is advised. Previously on Digimon Protectors. In the previous chapter, Captain Archer makes his escape from Railius, but is pursued by a spider Digimon named Dekugumon. Retreating now, the odds were not in his favor. Before he is killed, he is saved by Gennai's ally Cyrusmon and brought back to his home. Archer, with his wounds partially healed by Gennai, awakes to the situation and demands to know what is really going on. Gennai informs him Heightened View Terrace will be attacked by Railius and his forces at the stroke of midnight, killing thousands, but doesn't divulge the DigiDestined would be included in that event. Gennai questioned who Archer is since he does not seem to exist in any records. Archer reluctantly informs Gennai that he is a Special Forces soldier, now field agent for the CIA. Gennai pleads for his help in the face of the insurmountable task of stopping Railius and Daemon, Archer agreeing to do the best he can at this late hour. Cyrusmon confronts Archer, warning him not to take risks facing off against Railius or any of the fallen agents, the scarred combat veteran assuring he's up to the task. Now on to Chapter 3. What is at stake?
Be careful who you trust. The devil was once an angel. As the sun rose on the world which will be mine, it was only a matter of time until I got what I had earned. That is the simplicity of it all. There is no question in my mind at all of what I shall have, because I know it will be so. I watch this world from on top of an office tower building, the wind blowing my black cloak across to my left, seeing what was mine soon enough. I surveyed my future property and all the lives I will control, all of them slowly getting into their daily commune to their rat race, never once looking up at the top of this tower to see their future ruler above them waiting to take control. It would be no different since they were mindless enough. It was owed to me by right. The suffering I had endured be returned for all the ingrateful drones humans really are. By the time the sun set, it would all be over. You know I'm right. Mindless lives of directionless things led by those with the ability to direct humanity on its bloody path to its own destruction. You follow pieces of cloth on a pole to the death and die for it. You believe in leaders who blatantly lie. You idolize past times of ignorance and bigotry as the glory days. You live in bliss of the horrors around you, live uninteresting lives anyway, and go home to waste your life watching the television to rot the minds you have. Those who aspire for more are just there to make themselves feel better, that they do more than just wallow in the stupidity and act superior to the rest of the group, even if they don't show it. They know they are better than you, and I am better than anything any of them could ever be. At least with me running things, you'll all be equally working to my whims and given much needed direction. My name is Railius. The name was given to me when I was created. It was a simplistic name given to me by my betrayers who called me their equal, but treated me not as such at all. So, no one ever is my equal because that would be redundant. More powerful than I, and that is a threat. Weaker is easier since I can control that. Simplify it and mold it the way I will. So much is unknown about me, and that is the way I like it, aside from my reputation as someone who will ruthlessly now pursue what he wants. I'm not going to give you the honor of knowing even the slightest bit about me. It is beneath me to even soliloquize my mental prowess to you, as it is but for the sake of telling you what you will experience soon enough. All you need to know is I am a true agent. We weren't always called that. We were originally part of the Order, those tasked with maintaining the order of the digital world. While there were those with being content of keeping things balanced and unchanging, we wanted to change the world a little bit to make it a bit more interesting. Have it evolve. Things worked fine, but with a few over-embellishments, things became tense. When we were asked to stop, we appeared to be, and continued it anyway in secret. It all came to a crash one day when the digital world was reset in a calamity so destructive, it never recovered as far as I knew or saw. Blame was all theirs, but that was but a memory only I possess now. what I built, my vision, and my legacy destroyed by others' interference and betrayers, and I am the one cursed? The monuments, the civilizations, and heights the digital world climbed to were all my doing, not theirs. They shall know the depths of their destruction in return soon enough. As I stood looking down at my soon-to-be property, someone was not as content with the vision of the future I had, telling me through my contact I was to meet him here. Landing behind me to my left was the mastermind of all of what would be to come. A true manipulator of evil incarnate, in ragged red robes through only which his pale blue eyes gleamed out from under his hood, out to the world in front of him, hands either crossed into the wide tattered sleeves or reaching out to kill his opponent. He floated silently up to the ledge to look down with me. The indiscriminate markings along the sides of his robe and the pure gold buckle that held it together gave him the wonderful sense of dread, and his leathery black and purple demon wings flapped slightly as he rose up to stand on the ledge with me. He was Daemon, the Mastermind of Darkness. I had come across Daemon when he first fell from the sky in the dark ocean, defeated by a simple portal opening by a DigiDestined. In his first moments he swore vengeance upon all those who bore the title and upheld a Digivice. I took it upon myself, even though I was distastefully weaker then, to offer my services in such a task. Those hundreds of us banished rose up to my side and proclaimed themselves the true agents and offered our services. Through the studies of what we had available to us in this draining world we lived and we were exiled to, we came to rise with power conjured from the depths of the ocean itself and found our way to the past. Once it was opened, we came to this world now to take what would be ours in time regardless.
Railius, tonight will begin our world as we see it.
He wasn't aware of last night yet. Unlikely, but why was he not bringing it up?
I still don't know why we don't strike now. Why do we keep waiting as such?
In time we will. This world will be ours for the taking when all goes well tonight.
All of heightened terrors will be gone. Only is a few precious minutes and then all will be flame.
Our strike will be absolute, but timing is key, Railius. The precise moment will be waited for.
Precise? You know who those children are and I can kill them right now.
You will wait, Railius.
I turned to him with my knee bared at him, fists clenched tight enough to suffocate any human being in a matter of moments.
What is there to be secret about? Look around you. These humans are slaves and vermin under our presence as we speak. We are going to destroy this world down to its foundations anyway. Here, I will show you.
I flicked my hand out and my curse blade shone through my hand, materializing instantly. I got on the ledge and leapt off to show Daemon exactly what I meant. I keep the damage localized, a mere few blocks to show it would be nothing of consequence. Before I could unleash my presence to the world, a hand caught my throat and my downward momentum stopped abruptly. Back on the roof I came and I was held up with the curled long fingers of Daemon wrapped around my neck. Him looking up at me as he held me up above his head with the same dead look through his hood.
Are you truly that foolish, Railius?
Foolish. We're more powerful than any human being.
And what did that power do for you last night? I do everything except to hold your hand, and Gennai still got away.
Daemon drew his arm back, dashing me across the ground with the force to crack the cement. My body winded, I did not even try to get up as he was already standing over me as I came to a stop on the ground. I knew not to stand up just yet.
Gennai is flailing in the wind here, and I nearly had him.
And this human caused all your misfortunes. So much for the designer of Digivices.
Daemon drifted off, turned his back on me at the reminder. The temptation was there, blade in hand, looking to drive it right through his back. In time. Instead, I stood up and promptly swatted away some of the dust off my robes, letting my sword dissipate into nothing for the time being.
What have you discovered about this human Gennai saved last night?
He is human. What is there more to say?
A human you sent to Kugamon after, and the spider never returned to his lair.
That I did not know, and my momentary pause gave it away, even if it was a second delay. Daemon looked back to see me shift a bit.
A Apparently a capable one. My acolytes are in search of his identity now. So far, nothing on the human world about him in any public record, picture or otherwise. A deeper search of more restricted areas are being done. Easily accessible thanks to my innovational use of Daemon will yield a full result when I return to my temporary temple.
Tell me what this human was like.
What difference does
I need to repeat myself, Railius?
I stiffened of his interest in him. I recalled the night looking into his eyes of his, stone-solid sameness, all rage and defiance. It wasn't even at me per se at times. Seeing him was more akin to seeing a force of unearthly hate, yet it seemed justified. I will say that I never expected him to defeat one let two of my Shroud clones in hand-to-hand combat. There was a brutalness to his fighting. He matched their speed and their ferocity. I'd never seen any human fight like that. I don't want to admit it, but it was a pleasure to watch.
My mistake was in underestimating humans. I thought they were incapable of facing true power, but they have it hidden within them. You look at one and project weakness onto the rest. Do not mistake their frailty for their lack of willingness to commit or inflict violence.
Puny as it is effective against beings like us.
Their power is in their technology and weaponry on this side of the gate. Humans can resort to a barbarity level of spiteful violence rather quickly if cornered or desperate. Scorched earth is not a euphemism for burnt grass, Railius, as you should know.
The Mastermind had me there. This very nation, not even 50 of its years ago, had been ravaging their way across the globe in a bid for global supremacy, along with other powers just as ambitious.
They will use every means they have to destroy us, so we must prevent whatever they might mount against us before we strike tonight. This one human I feel is different. If there is one, there can't be more like him. Gennai no doubt will have recruited him in his aim to stop us on Earth, and if I say he's a problem, that makes him a priority until tonight is done. And since I am far too busy on my end of our deal that makes him a problem you ought to deal with. Correct him.
I snarled at that. The order, while against my own interest of my plans, it was an indisputable one. Daemon could end me in an instant, and he never took insubordination from any creature. I also could not allow something like him to walk around bothering my plans. I still bowed my head in agreement.
As you command. I'll be sure to make it fun somehow while we wait to take what was stolen from us.
You will get your vengeance as you desire, Railius, but you will do as I say or you won't. Is that understood?
I am but the obedient vassal of your will.
Everything but obedient. Just remember who you're serving and see through your end of our arrangement, and you will get what you earned.
With that, he was gone off the edge, disappeared in a winged flight out of sight. I turned away to my own tasks, swearing in my own mind that before this day was over, only one of us will get what the other wanted. Daemon might have been the mastermind of darkness, but my mind forged our world long before he could even comprehend it. What I had planned he'd never see before it was too late for both of these worlds. Just the way I wanted it.
Thank you for listening. All music provided by Facilian Studios. Narration done by Jackson Kane. Like and subscribe for more Digimon Protector content and updates. Stay tuned for the next chapter. It all adds up.